Hi everybody, just a quick update. Not actually done a great deal, to be honest, so the update side of it there won't be a great deal to show. With, well, the past week really busy, past couple of weeks really busy. Bank holiday, my wife's birthday always falls on bank holiday, so out about with her, so no time for hobby stuff. Also got my mum coming to live with us next week, so we've got to sort the spare room out. We've known about it for a year, but left it till last minute because we've had other things going on, obviously, like father-in-law and being ill and, you know, is passing away. Yeah, so we never got around to sorting that out, and now that's a last minute rush, and it's basically one of those rooms you walk into and it's just full of stuff, most of it mine, unfortunately, and I'm going to have to, it's a case of sorting all that out. So I spent a day sorting through it, and it wouldn't tell I'd done anything, to be honest. It involves pretty much shifting one load of stuff from one place, from one spare room into another one at the moment, just so we can get some room for my mum, really. She's coming back from Australia. She's lived there for about 7 years, hasn't enjoyed it, so she's come to live with us. So yeah, there's a bit of a life change coming for me, but plus side, I think she'll end up doing all the cooking and housework, which is what I do a lot of, so more time for hobby work, hopefully, for me. Anyway, yeah, haven't got much done, and also bank holiday, I had to work bank holiday as well, so didn't really get time to spend to myself at all, really. Although I've spent time spent with the wife is great, but time spent at work not so great. Anyway, not much to show you miniature wise. There will be a little bit, but I thought I'd show you a couple of bits I've bought lately, relating to the last video. I think it was I did. Was it the last one? Yeah, the one about the Alexander board game and how I got into wargaming. I don't know a great deal about that period at all, Alexander the Great, so I thought I'd try and rectify it by ordering a book, and I found this one. Try and avoid the glare. Yeah, Alexander the Great at War. It's an Osprey book. I got this used from Amazon, through Amazon. I think it was only about five or 6 quid. It's got library stamps and all that in it, but that don't bother me. The book itself seems in pretty good nick. It looks like it's going to be a good overview of Alexander and what he got up to. Yeah, there's like chronology bits, plenty of illustrations in there, Osprey stuff, stuff about his dad, Philip. There we go. So I mean, a good section of the book is about Philip himself, to be honest. And yeah, looks pretty good. Nice illustrations there, not necessarily ones in battle, but that's just a little hunting scene there, companion cavalry. But it'll be good for helping me when it comes to painting the figures. I mean, you could say if I'm doing 6mm scale, it's you're not going to see that much, but I'm pretty sure I'll be doing 6mm and 28mm, to be honest, because obviously I want the 6mm for the mass battle effect, but I do like to paint 28mm, so they look good. So I'll probably end up doing both. And there's another one, Greek infantryman. Oops, glare. Yeah, nice little bits like that. Macedonian equipment. But yeah, looks like good good general overview. And there's a bit I've just flipped a page there. Chariots at Galgamela. So there's a nice bit there. Might be the Persians and the Macedonians. So yeah, hopefully this will. Oh, there's a battle diagram there of the actual battle. Galgamela, what happened? So yeah, hopefully this is going to be just what what I need really to give me an idea of what it was all about. So something new to learn, which is good. Always good. Yeah, so that's that. Alexander at War. Looks like a good book, that say. I think it was £5 or £6, so that was a bargain. Then I got another book relating to the Sudan stuff I'm doing. Sudan stuff, that is. I've got quite a few actually, but this is, I've already, I bought a few end of last year. I bought quite a few books on the whole colonial period in general, and I've got quite a few on Sudan, but bought this one, Khartoum, which is about General Gordon's last stand. Yeah, the British got a good thrashing and sent Gordon in to sort them out, and he ended up getting besieged in Khartoum, and he was there, stuck there for months trying to hold out, and they sent, I believe it was Wolseley, to try and relieve him, and didn't get there in time, and Khartoum got sacked. General Gordon got killed, apparently made a good account of himself. I mean, that's supposed to be a fairly famous painting there actually of his last stand. That's by G.W. Joy, that painting, but obviously that's Gordon at the top there. Yeah, it's basically, it's a text book. It's got a few sections of photographs and stuff, photographs and illustrations, but it's not generally a illustrative book. It's obviously a history book, factual stuff. So that'll be a good read. I'll save it though for, I've got a book on the Sudan in general. I'm going to read that first because that's a good overview, and then this is a bit more specific. But yeah, like I say, apparently he did perform fairly bravely at the end. Obviously this bunch went on the rampage once they got in the city, and it was a case of rape and murder, which, don't know, it amazes you really what's up with our species. you got to wonder. Seems to be in war, that seems to be the thing to be done. Sack a city and rape and kill everything in it. It does make you wonder. But yeah, so anyway, that should be a good book, I think. Look forward to reading that. I'm going to try and sort of spread myself fairly thinly. I think I'll be spreading myself painting wise, because I have enjoyed doing these, what I've done of the Sudan stuff. So I'm going to try and do some more of that, and try and do the Irish as well for Saga, and some of this stuff that I'm about to show you that I bought as well recently. Some more Age of Sigmar stuff. Bought this starter box set, and this and the other box I'm about to show you pretty much completes the fours that I wanted for this bunch. Well, 50 quid, but some very good miniatures in there. Well worth it actually, especially when you add up the price of buying them individually is considerably more than 50 quid. But yeah, this pretty much, this and the other box naturally completes what I wanted. I mean, this character, I hadn't got one of these, called the Slaughter Priest, so that's like a special character. These Blood Warriors, they're called, 10 of those. And then these are on Juggernauts, so yeah, I look forward to painting those eventually. There they are on the back there. If you saw my unboxing of the Bloodbound Warband Battle Force that I got, some of these will look familiar, but they're only black and white photographs, I think, so this is some nice colour pics of how they actually look. That's those. And also for Age of Sigmar, They've just brought out, which I did buy, I meant to show it on a video but I left it upstairs. They brought out a skirmish book for Age of Sigmar, because Age of Sigmar is like focusing on large armies, or large-ish armies, but they brought out a skirmish version of it, and the nice book on it is only about £6. So rather than it being units, it's obviously individual figures, individual combatants. So I bought that, and they've released some sort of smaller skirmish sets to go with it. And this is actually just what I was looking for, because in the Battle Force set that I got, that I did a video on a little while ago, you got these chaps here. That, and I think it's him. Yeah, those 5. They were called what were they called again? Wrathmongers. But you can actually assemble them as either Wrathmongers or Skull Reapers. So the Wrathmongers are these guys. They're like the red skin. They've got these hammer flails. And the Skull Reapers are these guys, sort of standard skin colours, and armed differently, like with big swords. So I've now got, with this and the Battle Force, I've got 2 sets of these, so I can assemble them, one unit as Wrathmongers and one unit as Skull Reapers, which is what I wanted. This set was only £40. Which again is good, because these on their own are £34. He's about 18, and I'd already got him. He's the one that I'm sort of in progress at the moment, but a different head. Got the I've got the one with long hair and a beard head, but also fancied having this one. I fancied having 2 of them, so I could have the helmeted head as well. So yeah, £40, and individually this would be about 60, 65 probably if you bought them all separately, because there's a few sort of warriors there as well. That's them on the back. Guys with mutations like scorpion tails and stuff. Yeah, the other Wrathmongers, Skull Reapers. I love this figure, brilliant figure that is. And that's the version I'm doing at the moment. I'm partway through painting. Haven't got very far. So yeah, that was recent purchases. I'm going to pause this, and I'll show you what progress I've made figure wise in a minute. So pause. Right, back again. Here's the some sedan figures that I've just painted recently. These are obviously British troops. 3 different figure manufacturers there. This Old Glory, Perry Plastic, and Studio Miniatures, who are a Scottish company. Picked up a few blisters of their stuff at Salute. Really nice looking figures, actually. Out of the 3, probably the best one. More expensive option out of all 3, but very nice. Wouldn't mind getting a lot more of those. Do a nice. These are actually, that trooper there is actually from the Afghanistan range, or the Afghanistan campaign, which is what they focus on with their British. And their Afghanistan tribesmen are really nice. So when I move on to that theatre, I shall be picking up some of those. But yeah, I like all of these figures, but as you can see, very different sculpts. Obviously the Old Glory one's a bit smaller. He is sort of stooping, crouching slightly, so you know, lunging forward. So I suppose if he was upright, probably be a bit more like the Perry height. Bit shorter though. The Perry one's tall and slender, and the Studio one's slightly shorter than the Perry and stockier. Don't think they'd mix particularly well together, you know, as units, but as separate units, you know, units of Old Glory, units of Perry, units of Studio, be fine. I've got quite a lot of the Old Glory ones. I bought quite a few at Salute. I've got a couple of packs. This is a pack of British Troops Advancing, and I've got a British Command set, which is 30 figures. No, 30 figures, whoops. And then I bought Naval Brigade, bought some skirmishing, British Troops skirmishing, and then I bought several packs of dervishes. The Perry box, I think there's, was it 30, 38, something like that in the box, plastics, and I've got about 3 of those, 3 boxes of those. As you can see, perils of plastic, the bayonet bloody came off, so I'm going to have to do something with that, just trim it a bit more to make it just look like the gun barrel. The studio one was sculpted without the bayonet, so I think the rifle's really well done on that actually. Best one out of the 3 for the equipment. But yeah, I like all 3 sculpts, so they're nice. They're all nice to paint. This it's looking a bit greenish, got to say, the cast on here, but this is all khaki. Mind you, khaki has got a greenish cast about it, I suppose. Used Vallejo khaki for the bulk of the uniform, for the sort of helmet coverings, and the leggings, which are called puggies, I believe, or puggeries, something like that. I used English uniform brown, and for the straps and belts and stuff and pouches and bags I used Vallejo buff, and then went over it with I think I used Agrax Earthshade Games Workshop wash, and then just highlighted it up again with buff. And blankets, just used a grey, any old grey do for that really. But yeah, I like those, very nice. I mean, I think I'm gonna do a set of sort of 5 of each sculpt. So get 5 of the Old Glory pack, 5 of the Perrys and 5 of the Studios. Get them all painted up, so I've got a sort of good few sets to look at. And then I'll probably do some more of the, start doing more of the tribes. And so yeah, I'm really into this at the minute, I've got to say. I do want to try and get on with Saga, get the Irish done so I can have a game of it, but I've got heavily distracted by this, and so I've started reading little bits on it as well. So yeah, at the moment it's my main froth, my main gaming froth is the sedan. But anyway, so that's those 3. All nice figures, I like them all. Like I say, very different sculpts and styles, but in their own units they'll be fine on the table together. And also, I mean, I'm not that precious about things like that, to be honest. As long as they're not, 20mm versus 28mm, I don't mind. But slight discrepancies in height and builds and stuff, it doesn't bother me too much. So that's those. Stuff in progress. Not done much to him. This is the Exalted Death Bringer with a spear, and like I say, this is the guy who's got 2 head options. I really like this one. I like them both, but initially I went for this one, and I've now got another one of this figure, so I can use the one with the helmet for that. But yeah, just starting doing the skin tones really. I think so far all I've done is he's got like a scarred chaos symbol on his back there. All I've done so far is I've used Rakarth Flesh, which is a Games Workshop colour, then washed it with Vallejo Flesh wash. And then I've also gone over that in the scar. I've gone over with an ink wash called Caribou Crimson, which is Games Workshop. And then I washed the skin again with Games Workshop's can't remember the name of Cadian. Is it Cadian Flesh Tone? No. I I can't remember what it's called, but their wash, their flesh wash, I've used Games Workshop one on that, and it's given it quite a nice tone now. Just got to start highlighting it with, I use Rackar flesh, and then there's a colour they've got called Pallid Witch flesh, which is quite a pasty colour, which suits these quite well. Yes, that's him. And the last couple of things are these Stormcast Eternals. This is a completed one. And these are the bases I made using slate from my garden and wall filler and bits of scatter stuff I'd got in the box, like gravel and things. Yeah, so these two I did as tests to see if I was happy with the colour schemes, just focus a bit better. And yeah, these have all got factions, like in they're basically fantasy space marines, that's what I class them as. And they've all got different foundings, I think they're called. The basic Stormcast Eternals are all in gold armour. I wanted to go for something different. These are called Knights of the Aurora, this faction. And as you can see, they've got sort of greenish tinge of armour. Basically, I painted the armour as normal, using metallic paints, and washes, and highlighted it all up. And then went over it with a Games Workshop wash called Cognac Green, I believe it is. That was slightly too green for me, so then went over that with Nuln oil, which is basically a black wash. And that sort of toned it down a bit, and I preferred that look, and that's come out pretty much very happy with it, actually. Yeah, so then I just went on and painted the rest out. The shields and the shoulder pads were done with a colour called Stegodon Green, which are then highlighted with another green they've got called Sotek Green. So I went from the darkish, it's got like a bluey green, up to, so I highlighted from the dark green up to the lighter green. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the way they turned out. Obviously this fellow on the right is work in progress. Although I like the bases, they're not really what I want for these figures. I wanted something a bit, decided I want something that looks a bit more arcane. I've been looking around at some manufacturers for various resin bases, and I've not found, well, I found some that I quite like the look of, but be quite pricey to buy loads for the entire sort of force. But I have found something that Games Workshop do, which actually it suits it a lot better, and it's more in line with what I was thinking. They've got several sets of plastic bases, but they're all moulded, sculpted and moulded, called Shattered Dominions. So I'm going to get there's a box they do of 40mm bases, and I think you get some 60mm bases in there as well. So I'm going to get that for these, because they've got just the sort of look I was looking for, really. So I'm going to take this guy off this base, get a set of these Games Workshop bases and rebase them on that, and do them all on that. Obviously this bloke is going to be going on the lava base, like the previous one you've seen if you've watched any of my other videos. So yeah, that'll be them. I think that's about it then. So once again, thanks to anybody watching, thanks to everybody who's commenting and subscribed, much appreciated. Take care everybody, and hopefully see you again soon. Bye.